Before paper, the world guarded its knowledge like treasure, hidden away, protected, and almost impossible for most to reach. Imagine a time when every scrap of wisdom was as precious as gold, and the written word was a luxury reserved for the few. Picture this. Scribes hunched over bamboo slips, painstakingly carving each character, piecing together words like a puzzle. Every sentence was a labor of love and patience, and mistakes were not easily erased. Or silk scrolls, so expensive and delicate that only emperors and the highest scholars could afford to use them. Silk was beautiful, but it was a symbol of privilege, not practicality. Books, as we know them, were unimaginable. What we'd call a single chapter could weigh as much as a small child, and carrying knowledge meant literally bearing a heavy burden. Knowledge was heavy, rare, and let's be honest, mostly locked away from ordinary people. For most, the wisdom of the ages was something glimpsed from afar, never truly touched. So how did words finally find a home? How did the world's stories, discoveries, and dreams become something everyone could hold? Enter Cai Lun, a man whose name you might not know but whose invention changed your life, yes, yours, more than any king or conqueror ever did. He was a visionary, a thinker, and a quiet revolutionary. Cai Lun wasn't a warrior, he was a court official, the keeper of weapons, which, ironically makes sense because what he created became the sharpest tool in human history. His mind was his greatest weapon. Picture him wandering ancient streets, eyes scanning scraps and leftovers, tree bark, old rags, bits of hemp, even discarded fishing nets, stuff the world had thrown away. He saw potential where others saw only waste. Where most saw garbage, Cai Lun saw a second chance. He believed that even the humblest materials could be transformed into something extraordinary. He asked a question nobody else dared. What if our words could be lighter, cheaper, for everyone? What if knowledge could be set free from its heavy chains? He got to work, soaking, pounding, mixing, turning waste into possibility. It was a process of trial and error, of patience and persistence as he experimented with different fibers and techniques. He made a pulp, spread it thin on a mesh, let it dry. Each step was a leap of faith, a hope that something new and useful would emerge. And when he peeled it off, Cai Lun held the first true sheet of paper. It was light, strong, and ready to carry the world's words. It wasn't magic. It was patience, curiosity, and a dash of wild hope. Cai Lun's invention was born from the belief that knowledge should belong to everyone. In 105 CE, he marched straight to the emperor and unfurled his new invention. The court watched in awe as he revealed a material that could change the fate of an empire. I like to imagine jaws dropping, because what Cai Lun offered wasn't just convenience, it was a revolution. Suddenly ideas could travel. Messages could be sent farther, faster, and more reliably than ever before. Poems didn't die on the wind, they could be written, saved, and shared, their beauty preserved for generations. Scientists could build on what came before. Knowledge could accumulate layer upon layer as discoveries were recorded and passed on. Ordinary people could record, remember, and share. For the first time, families could write their own stories and communities could preserve their histories. Paper spread like wildfire, across China, through the Silk Road, and eventually to every corner of the globe. It became the silent messenger of civilizations, carrying ideas, art, and dreams across continents. Cai Lun never basked in fame, but history never forgot him. His quiet genius echoed through the centuries, shaping the world in ways he could never have imagined. His legacy grew with every letter written, every story passed on, every dream put to page. The ripple of his invention touched every life, every culture, every era. So the next time you scribble a note or lose yourself in a novel, remember, one humble innovation changed the world. The simple act of writing connects you to a history of invention and hope. Cai Lun gave humanity not just a new way to write, but a way to remember, to share, to dream. He gave us the means to pass on our thoughts, our feelings, and our knowledge. Through paper, he gave words a home that endures, grows, and welcomes every new voice.